Sara Galli joins us representing a group called Doctors for Gaza. Thank you very much for taking the time. Now tell us, why are you here and what do you expect to be the outcome of this hearing?
We are here representing healthcare workers in the Netherlands that want to show solidarity with the healthcare workers in Gaza and the incredibly difficult and unprecedented context in which they have to work, and to advocate for humane treatment of patient and healthcare workers. We have seen during this conflict that healthcare workers in healthcare facilities have been targeted like never before. More healthcare workers have died than in an entire year of conflict all over the world. And why we're here is we hope to show that we stand in solidarity with those healthcare workers and to hope that there will come a permanent ceasefire so that we can have humanitarian aid coming in. So we no longer have to see mothers receiving C-section without anesthesia, children having amputated lips without anesthesia, premature babies suffocating because of lack of electricity in hospitals.
There are a lot of pro-Palestine activists who've gathered from across Europe. People are confident that the court's decision is going to be in favor of South Africa, but this has happened in the past as well. It is not something new, and Israel is unlikely to be bound by that decision to stop. So what gives you hope to continue to come out to protest, to show solidarity, and it actually matters?
I think that we are living in an unprecedented conflict, and even if the results are slow, you can do nothing than stand up for what is right. And what is right is the access to healthcare, and we have no control whether people will heed that message, but I think it is important to let know that we are not blind to what's going on, that we see how the healthcare workers are struggling. And we see it not only as a humanitarian crisis, but also as a danger for the historically protected position of healthcare workers all over the world. There is a moral rule which has led to international law that says that healthcare workers and facilities, even when people are the worst enemies and hate each other and wage war against each other, that they should be exempt from the violence. And that rule is being broken here, unfortunately, day after day, for now over almost 100 days. And when that happens so often, again and again and again, it is no longer just collateral damage, it is policy, or at least a callous disregard for the value of human life.
But you see, what Israel's been saying is that it is not doing it to the Palestinian people, it is going after a particular group, it is targeting Hamas, and this is something that Hamas brought it on itself.
The thing is, no matter who started the conflict, how it started, the rules of engagement are still clear. And you still have a duty to protect the civilians and to not strike out hospitals. So the whole argument of self-defense, while I understand that there's a lot of emotion and a lot of anger, is not valid when there are, at this point, 200 times the amount of children in Palestine that have been killed than there were on 7 October. 7 October was an inhumane atrocity, but it cannot justify the atrocity that followed on 8 October and 9 October and 10 October and 11 October and every day after that since then. While we're having this conversation, children are losing their eyes, they're losing their family, they're losing their limbs, they're losing their lives. There are people that are being bombed. There is no ambulance that can go to them. They will suffer a slow death because the entire healthcare system in the north is knocked out. That is the situation. And that is indefensible.
Sara Galli, thank you very much for being with us. That's the word from Doctors for Gaza, a group which is out here in solidarity with the protesters, with people who've come from across Europe, saying that they stand with South Africa, but they also stand against all of those countries who are aiding and abetting, in their words, all the crimes that are happening in Gaza that are being carried out. And they hope that here in The Hague, the International Court of Justice is going to deliver a verdict which is going to stop the atrocities that are happening in Gaza.
Osama, thanks very much.